Rare, real photos you need to see. Hikers ascended Mount Fuji to witness the sunrise. A large hammer and sickle symbol stood in a forest near Minsk. The Milky Way arched over the surreal international car forest. Notre Dame Cathedral was engulfed in flames and smoke. As bushfires raged, a kangaroo was seen near a burning house in Lake Conjola. Alpine sheep traversed the high-altitude Hokyok Pass. Liverpool's UEFA Champions League victory was celebrated with an open-top bus parade through the city. Karakattal Market, a major West African hub. The Harbin Ice Festival featured massive ice sculptures. Seagulls flock to Bangpoo near Bangkok annually to escape Siberian winters and are fed by visitors. A woman gazed at the Mediterranean Sea from a deserted beach as some lockdown measures were eased. At a Shanghai auto show on April 24, 2025, a vlogger dressed as a humanoid robot posed for attendees. Labourie's macaque population, deprived of tourist feeding during COVID-19 lockdowns, became aggressive and disruptive post-lockdown. Lava erupted near Grindavik on the Reykjanes Peninsula. Environmental protesters vandalized Parliament House in Helsinki with red paint. An Afghan suspect with suspected Islamist motives drove into a German demonstration. Russian shelling severely damaged the 110-year-old Church of the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary. A traditional sailing boat navigates past a bird colony in Mauritania's Banque d'Arguin. A statue of a female protester, symbolizing Hong Kong's pro-democracy movement. Bear costume performers in Rakova continued a pre-Christian tradition of warding off evil through dance. The Soyuz MS-13 spacecraft launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome. Swiss artist Gary Hofstetter illuminated the Matterhorn with messages of hope during the pandemic. An Israeli airstrike in Beirut using U.S. munitions caused significant casualties and destruction. The Eaton fire disproportionately devastated black homes in Altadena. Giant pandas enjoyed snacks at the Shenshipping Conservation Center. Runners raced across the Sonfleuron Glacier during the Glacier 3000 run. A Donald Trump blimp became lodged in a tree at Black Lives Matter Plaza. A helicopter battled the Thompson Fire with water drops. A Ukrainian soldier stood amidst the ruins of a church destroyed by Russian bombing in Novokonomichna. The sugar fire consumed Central Doyle, igniting a power pole. Flamengo Football Club supporters ignited flares in the Maracanã Stadium stands during their Copa Sudamericana final match against Argentina's Independiente. A 2014 Martian rock, resembling a human thigh bone, was determined by NASA to be weather-eroded, not bone. Environmental activists threw soup at the Mona Lisa. Looting occurred near a burning warehouse amid violence following Jacob Zuma's imprisonment. A panda cub twin, Fleur de Coton, slept in an incubator at Beauval Zoo. A 5-kilometer ice road forms annually on the frozen Yenisei River. Kilauea's massive, destructive lava flow engulfed homes and displaced thousands in its decade's largest eruption. The orphaned dugong, Mariam, rescued in Krabi, gained social media attention. A Boeing 707 cargo plane crash at Fath Airport resulted in the deaths of at least 7 crew members. Sheepdogs and their handlers from multiple countries competed in the annual Soldier Hollow Championship in Utah. Residents relaxed on a bridge above a polluted waterway in Manila. The International Space Station captured the launch of a Russian Soyuz rocket. The International Space Station captured an image of the Nizhny Novgorod Stadium, a World Cup venue. This dog appears to have a second, smaller dog as its tail. Flood-displaced dead fish, numbering in the hundreds of thousands, have washed into the Volos port. Following Hurricane Helene's devastating impact, an American flag remains submerged in floodwaters. A mysterious haze caused mass evacuations and illness at Burling Gap. This bloodletting kit represents a once common 19th century medical practice. The deceptively fluffy puss caterpillar conceals venomous spines that inflict severe, prolonged pain. Iceland's 6th volcanic eruption since December 2023 on the Reykjanes Peninsula, with lava flowing away from Grindavik. A tourist braves icy conditions on the Great Wall using a scarf for traction. Ghost apples are icy shells formed when frozen coatings remain after the apple inside decays. Activists erected a sculpture on Lambeth Bridge during London's Extinction Rebellion protest. A unique riverside shelter, built in 1968 by local youths, perches atop a rock in Serbia's Drina River. Extreme cold and unemployment have transformed settlements near Vorkuta into icy, abandoned ghost towns. Residents express gratitude to essential workers by banging utensils and clapping from their balconies. Vehicles are submerged in the flooded courtyard of the State Traffic Department. Mount Sinabung, after a centuries-long dormancy, experiences a dramatic, lightning-filled eruption. Villagers risk crossing a destroyed bridge over the Siversky Donets River to obtain bread. This flower's striking appearance evokes a sense of mystical challenge. Lightning illuminates the sky during a light show commemorating the Chinese Communist Party's centennial. Volcanic ash blankets a house on the erupting Canary Island. Nude, white-painted volunteers formed a desert installation in Israel to highlight the Dead Sea's alarming recession. Mosquito Bay in Puerto Rico showcases a dazzling bioluminescent display caused by millions of disturbed dinoflagellates. A woman vandalizes the Luis Carlos Galán statue with paint during an International Women's Day protest. A Joker-clad protester joined football fans and retirees in demanding higher pensions and opposing Milei's austerity measures. Philippine children wash flood-soiled clothes, a stark reminder of the recent super typhoon and storms that have devastated their communities. These decaying mannequins are a chilling sight, destined to haunt our dreams. The Chicago River is dyed green as part of annual St. Patrick's Day festivities on March 15, 2025 in Chicago. Lewotobi Laki volcano erupts, ejecting volcanic materials. Super Typhoon Trami, visible from the International Space Station, was heading towards Japan. Front-facing MRI scans provide direct anterior views of internal structures. The aftermath of devastating tornadoes in Mayfield at the American Legion Theater. Ukrainian air assault forces prepare a howitzer to fire on Russian positions. James Naismith's 1891 13 basketball rules, a foundational sports document, sold for $4.3 million. Flamingos congregate at a Larnaca salt lake, a key migratory stopover on their journey from Africa. A 6.4 magnitude earthquake in Hualien, Taiwan, left a building dangerously tilted and caused casualties and missing persons. A plane carrying 19 people crashed during takeoff at Tribhuvan International Airport. A volcanic eruption near Grindavik destroyed water pipes, cutting off hot water to thousands and triggering an emergency response. Velvet ants, despite their name, are wasps with a painful sting. Penitents participate in a Holy Week procession for the Christ of Health Brotherhood. The Tour de France peloton races through the 9th stage between Saint-Étienne and Brioude. The Seine's floodwaters submerged riverside areas near Notre Dame. A dog runs through a snowy landscape beside the Angel of the North sculpture. Anti-government protests in Baghdad erupted with fires and tear gas. The Milky Way illuminates the night sky above a chairlift in the New South Wales ski resort. A collapsed elevated metro track in Mexico City left train cars and passengers strewn across a busy road. A Comic-Con attendee takes a bathroom break. Hurricane-force winds fueled the devastating Palisades fire. The human face and mouth contain a dense network of nerves. King Croesus's gold stater, minted circa 550 BCE, revolutionized coinage by introducing a pure gold standard that facilitated trade and influenced currency systems. A field of wilted sunflowers creates an unsettling, haunting atmosphere. A deadly head-on train collision near Larissa, Greece, prompts ongoing rescue operations as the death toll rises and many remain unaccounted for. Pemina, a young Sumatran tiger, undergoes a dental checkup at Sydney's Taronga Zoo. A statue stands before a pyramid-shaped house in Lebanon's Miziara village. The Bubble Palace, a futuristic, rounded mansion with rotating floors. Beachgoers relax near the Starship Flight 3 rocket at Starbase the day before its planned launch. A view of a marine ranch in Jiapu County, Ningde City, Fujian Province, China. Heavy fog caused a massive 200-vehicle pileup on the Zhengshan-Huanghe Bridge. The 1891 Peugeot Type 3, France's first series-produced car with a 2-horsepower engine. A humanoid robot and its engineers are set to compete in a half-marathon in Beijing in April 2025. And those are the